Peace. It's Bronzebird with a Brownstone Powwow solo. And I just wanted to make this a quick video just to get and reflect what's on my mind at the moment. One that I really want to share with brothers because I want to know exactly where y'all mindsets is when we have conversations. And especially when we look at things going forward about how we need to adapt and becoming better men in general. And so I make this conversation today to talk about how we measuring so-called black men's success. And it's one of those sort of things where I'm going to do this from a surface level, not because I don't want to research, but because I think it's very important to understand that we need to weed out things that don't serve us any purpose. Now, what I mean by this is what gave me inspiration for having this conversation today was because of the fact of the matter I noticed that a lot of these shows that are being executively produced or represented by 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, a lot of these shows have to deal with, well, I won't say, I know that there's these shows out here where, it's being executively produced or, there's somebody behind it. And I think BMF, yeah, BMF is from executively produced by 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. And that you have these shows where it's on the so-called black women's side that wants to give more of the feminism rhetoric and give more of that woman's empowerment angle towards the so-called black woman by having the so-called black man look like a misogynist. And so going to this conversation about this, now let's recognize one thing, right? Let's recognize something for a second. Now, there's an actor that is getting shine more now, and I would show my screen on it, but I just want to make this a quick conversation. Uh, BMF, where they have this guy that's supposed to play like this villainous character, and so like even in real life, he has more of this like gangster aesthetic to him. And so why I go back to harkening at 50 Cent is because I think it's great that the brother has found success in some type of way, even though he is a public figure that's under the Luciferic music media. How he moved from being this drug dealer that got shot 9 times to him having all these shows. And even with the premise of a lot of these shows, since a lot of people talk about things like Power. Power was supposed to be centered around a so-called black man who decided to be a mogul. Well, not even decided, but he was a mogul. And the fact of the matter is that he was a drug dealer. Let's really be honest. He had a team of people that was around him, and the fact of the matter is he did own a laundromat as a protection site or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the terms that much. His terms is everything, but let's be honest. He was a successful so-called black man who dealt with drugs. Now we talk about other drug dealers from the 80s in which the show BMF focuses on, about the drug deals of the 80s. Now, my thing about it is, us to become stronger men, we have to recognize what is the successes we need to invigorate, what is the successes we should celebrate in general. I definitely do think we have to pay more attention to so-called black men in the past. Yes, learn your history, but let's be honest. 50 guys like 50 Cent are not going to come out with shows that's going to put so-called black men in a positive light. So-called black men that made a lot of these inventions that we use every day, aka the air conditioner, cell phone, for your children, a Nerf gun, the internet, and all these different things. 50 Cent is not going to do that. And I understand that and I recognize that. But as we move forward in the next couple of years, I want so called black men to look within inside themselves and to understand that they can become successful themselves and they don't need to do it in a way that's detrimental towards their fellow brother, but they can do it in a way that's productive within society and we can move up. Now, I have a lot of conversations about brothers that talk about tech and I talk about day trading and all this other stuff. Let's change the paradigm, brothers. Peace.